What is creativity and how do we find it? People are all creative in their own ways, whether they realize it or not. This will mark the third straight week that I've been uploading onto YouTube and making videos for YouTube. And one thing that I realized while preparing for this video is that I had no idea what this video was going to be about. I know I'm a creative person and that I can push my creativity to be more than just a thought. I'm back at work now, which is wonderful because I love the feeling of being busy and I love my routine. But I find that some days it's easier to just get home and want to sit down instead of trying to think about my creativity for more than 2 seconds. So what makes it so hard for us to use our imagination when we finally have the time to actually use it? I realize that a lot of that trouble comes from the fact that I make so many creative decisions while I'm at work that my brain is fried by the time that I get home. I need to give directions to 16-year-olds, answer their questions, draw up lesson plans, and figure out the best use of my prep period. My mind at work moves at 100 miles an hour, and it's nice to get home and just let it slow down and decompress. And that can make life after work, well, boring.
Today's going to be a big recording day for me because I'm going to be recording the main part of this video, as well as I have a list of different shots that I want to accomplish in my handy dandy purple moleskin notebook. You know what it is, but we're going to be recording a bunch of shots, at least trying to, because I want to be a little bit more creative in this video than I have been in previous. So wish me luck.
I don't know what's going on today. There must be something in the air because I've been getting so much attitude today. Actually, let me rephrase that. I've had attitude from one student. And one student, let's just say they used some profanity against me during class time. And it got handled. Let's put it that way. It got handled, but it's never fun handling those situations. As much as I am an adult and I can deal with it, yeah, nobody wants to deal with that stuff. Nobody wants to be called these things, especially at work, right? But honestly, that was the least of my problems. It honestly made for kind of an entertaining moment. Whatever, things happen. You learn how to deal with them as you're an adult. But it's just been so stressful today. I've had so much to do. I've had so much paperwork to fill out, and I have still so much editing to do, not just for me, but for my job. It's one of those days. So, you know what? Don't let a couple bad things in the morning ruin the rest of your day, because once I'm done with this editing, I'm going to force myself to have a great day because I know it can be a great day.
I love my job, but I would be lying if I said it didn't tire me out at the end of the day sometimes. But I think I need to take some of my own advice. I tell my students that being bored is good for the brain. And maybe it's good for my brain too. I've made the effort to make a new video every week for the last 3 weeks. And while I'm having a lot of fun doing it, I can feel my brain working overtime, trying to come up with new ideas. I think part of the reason that I'm having such a hard time with this is that I've never put a deadline on my creative process before. I've never held my process accountable to create something on a regular basis before. And while that gave me more time to complete a project, I found that I rarely ever reached the finish line. Not to say I don't want to be able to take my time with projects, but I know myself. A big reason that I love routine is that it gives me deadlines. Holding myself accountable for a new project every week is hard with a full-time job and an already busy life. But I know that I'm capable, and I know that my brain thrives when I push it to its potential. So maybe I don't have a great new idea every time I sit down and think. But there's an old saying amongst creatives that I never forget. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Sometimes I like to watch and listen to other creators and build off of ideas that they have already built. I think the weekly video format has really given me the opportunity to push myself and think about how I can be creative. There's a lot of thinking about thinking going on. Metacognition, shout out to all my teachers. Every video I try something new and add it to my video making process. Inspiration seems to hit you when you're least expecting it, and I'm holding on to that inspiration tight.
Keeping it a buck, I'm up later than I should be. I've been working on the editing. I've been working on getting some shots to make it look like I've been working on this video for a really long time, when in reality, procrastination got the best of me, and I'm doing the best that I can to get this uploaded in the morning.
While I've got you all trapped in my abyss, I got a question. Why don't vinyl records come with a download code for the digital version of the album? Because with the CD, all you have to do is just transfer the files from the CD, burn them onto your computer, and then boom, you've got MP3 files or whatever FLAC files you got, right? Put them onto an iPod, put them onto your phone, whatever you do these days. Why can't I do that with vinyl? Why is there not a way for me to listen to my vinyl digitally yet? It's the 21st century. Did I enunciate the word digitally enough?
I've had a lot going on in the last week, and I have for sure brushed off some of my creativity because I had to deal with real life. But those are the cards that I was dealt, and that's the hand that I'm gonna play. But I found that some of the best thoughts and the best ideas come to me when I'm not trying to think of any thoughts or ideas in the first place. Thoughts during the shower, thoughts during my lunch, thoughts as I'm driving home. They tend to be some of the best ideas that I come up with all day. Trying to color grade for the first time, even if it's not the best. Trying to film shots that I've never tried before. Or just writing down my ideas so I don't forget them by the time I get home are all things that I have tried to make my creating process better. But it's not just the new stuff that I'm trying. It's what I've been doing my whole life. Figuring out what outfit to wear, choosing which music best fits the moment, or just the vocabulary that comes out of my mouth are all things that are a part of my creativity without me even realizing it. They're all subconsciously part of my idea building. Is a weekly video model sustainable? Probably not. At least not for the long term. But it's allowing me to grow at a rate that I definitely was not growing at before. This format is my favorite toy to play with at the moment, so why not at least make it last until the end of the year? I'm having a lot of fun with what I'm doing, so why stop? And I'm sure I have enough creativity to make it last. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching, and thank you for helping me get to 200 subscribers. This is crazy. Once again, I know that's chump change in the grand scheme of the internet, but to me, it really does mean everything. So you know what? Let's get to 300. 300 by the end of February. That's the goal. Let's get there. I'll see you then.